Boys, isn't this fabulous altogether? And this is a great interest to me because I had a great interest in World War II, or anything associated with it. Because me and Feather was in the World War II. But a World War II Jeep and a street in Bushmills, there must be a reason for that. And of course there is. Because behind me here in the Hamlin Memorial Hall, there's an exhibition on called Bushmills at War.
We started off 5 years ago and we only had a couple of tables of stuff.
Aye.
And the local people come in and they thought it was brilliant, and they say, look, I've got an old tin box out in my garden, and I've got an old such and such in my shed. Would you like it for your exhibition? And that's how it started.
So you get a lot of community support.
A lot of community support. People are very proud that their loved ones who gave their lives in the war. This particular helmet belongs to the Bevan boys, and not a lot of people know about them, but it was people who joined the army. If your number ended in 9, you had to go down the pits and work down the mine.
Aye, well I'm old enough to mind something about that.
Right.
I'm no well tuned into it, but I mind something about the Bevan boy, and that's the explanation of it.
Yes, and they stayed down the mine until the end of the war.
Well, Glenda, you tell me something I didn't know before. That's great. Fascinated you about this sort of stuff?
Well, whenever I was quite young, on a Sunday afternoon I'd go down to visit my great-grandmother, Katie McAllister. She's from Rathlin Island. And she'd take out an old battered suitcase, and inside it she'd photographs, letters, postcards, and she told me about her only son Jim. This is Jim here, Jim McAllister.
So Jim was in the Navy?
He was in the Navy and he joined the submarines. And in 1941, while out on an exercise off Nova Scotia, the submarine he was in was rammed by a Canadian ship by mistake. They thought it was a U-boat. So she would take out his photograph and the telegram that she'd received from the War Office to say they'd been killed in action, and show me these photographs.
Glenda, there's a great World War II Jeep out there at the front of the door. Where did that come from?
That belongs to a man, Vince Cook, from Staffordshire. I met Vince in 2003. It was the 59th anniversary of the D-Day landings. We've become good friends, and he comes every year and brings a Jeep with him. And he drives up and down the town with the siren going.
Glenda's interest in World War II grew so much she decided to look into the background of all the war dead from her area, starting with all those named on the memorial in Bushmills. She has since visited the final resting place of them all.
To me, the research is not just going to the graveyard, not just finding out how they died. I like to get a photograph of the individual, find out what school he went to, what his hobbies were, you know, that type of thing, find out about his previous life.
But you travel, I mean, it's not just the Flanders fields you go to.
No.
You travel further afield even than that.
Yes. I've been to the River Kwai and El Alamein, where I met a couple from England, south of England, and I went with them to Burma for the last 3 years, because we have a soldier there, James Andrew McCacken, and I had the book all researched, about to go to press, but I hadn't been to his grave, and I really wanted to go because I could say that I'd been to all their graves and placed a poppy cross.
Fair play to you, Glenda. I think it's a wonderful job altogether.
It's whenever you go to the family and they see their loved one commemorated, they're overjoyed with it.
Well, that's near enough it for this week.